What's up, guys? Brett Okamoto from ESPN, joined today by UFC lightweight Arman Tsarukyan, who headlines his first UFC event this weekend at the Apex against Mateusz Gamrot. And I know that a lot of us are excited to see you in a main event spot finally. Arman, how do you feel being in a main event? Does it feel a little different to you?
Yeah, I feel great. It was my dream to be in UFC main event, because main event is very different level, like uh, you you gotta give like a lot of interview, a lot of media stuff. It's good for me, for my future.
Do you feel like do you feel the pressure of that going into this, that like this is an opportunity, man? Because you are a guy who is, you kind of have had some trouble getting guys to fight you. You've kind of taken a little bit of the long road, like nothing's been handed to you so far. So do you feel like a little pressure coming into this main event spot?
Yeah, for sure. I feel pressure, but anyway, every fight it's very important for me. That's why every fight is difficult for me. Like a lot of pressure, and I wanna win every fight, and I wanna be champion. That's why, like I feel same like last fight and previous fights. Like same thing. I'm going to win this fight, and that's it.
When you're a guy who is young and coming up in the division, and it's a division with a lot of big names, like a lot of these guys like have to wait a long time to get a title shot. And at any moment, Conor McGregor can come back and get a title shot, and you got Dustin Poirier's, Justin Gaethje's, like all of those big names. Do you feel the pressure not only to win your fights, but also to sell yourself? Have you felt that at all over the last couple of years?
Like I feel I'm the best in this division. I'm the youngest fighter. I'm in top 15, and yeah, we have a big names in our division, but for me it doesn't matter. And I know I can beat everybody there, like Poirier or Gage or Conor, and it's good for my opportunity to beat some of them and to become champion.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? I've interviewed you at fights, but we've never really talked sort of in between. What is some of your background? You're Armenian, but you were born in Georgia, and it looks like a small town in Georgia, right? Can you just tell me a little bit about where you're from and kind of how you grew up?
Yeah, I was born in Georgia. It's like very small village, about like 100 houses, and like my father moved to Russia to make money, for like us, and then he understood like in Russia, a lot of there are a lot of opportunity for us to be like sportsmen and graduate some good schools or university. And then when I was 3 years old, we moved to Russia, and I spoke just Armenian, because my family like they are fully Armenian, and we follow all traditional, and when I came, I didn't know Russian, and yeah, uh, I have been living in Russia like about 20 years, 22 years. It's like it's my country almost, yeah, for sure I'm Armenian, but I I I train in Russia, I went to school in Russia, and I graduated university in Russia. I spoke Russian, like yeah, I spoke Russian and Armenian same, but I can read and write Russian better because I yeah,
How did
and uh, yeah, like uh, my father he wants to be like wrestler, but he couldn't because he didn't have opportunity to train in. He didn't have a place to train in village place. They wrestled with each other, like on the ground, and just like village wrestling, not like some good freestyle wrestling team or something else. But he always likes freestyle wrestling.
Gotcha. So you probably don't even remember the town in Georgia that you were born in, huh?
No, my all relatives live there now too.
Okay.
My father moved to Russia, and my uncle, my like grandma, grandfather, they live there
Yeah.
now too. And I go like 4 or 5 times a year in Georgia and Armenia, and I have a lot of family, a lot of like parents in. I have family in Armenia and Georgia too.
Was your like from a kid? You said your dad went to Russia and saw that there were opportunities in athletics.
Yeah.
Were you basically your whole life has been sort of dedicated to athletics? Did you always know that your future was in a sport?
Yes, because I don't know why. When I was kid, I liked a lot like sport. Doesn't matter what kind of sport. When I was kid, I played football, basketball. Like uh, I like bike. I mean, I'm like sport guy. And I started with karate, and karate was not close to my house. It was difficult to go there to get there, and we decided to go like we had a like freestyle wrestling school close to us, to my house, and that's why we started training freestyle wrestling. And then when I was kid, I won like every competition freestyle wrestling, and I cut weight that moment too, and but my old teammate team my old classmates, they were hockey player, and I was alone like freestyle wrestling. And then I started play hockey, and one coach like saw me and say, "Oh, you can be like hockey player." I said, "Really?" "Yeah." And then he said, "Let's go play hockey." I said, "Okay." I told my father. He said, "If you want to go, like I'll give you like all opportunity wherever you need, because hockey is very expensive sport, And yeah, I said, "Yeah." Like I used to play like, no, that moment I played like 3 or 5 months, and I said, "Yeah, I decided to be like hockey player." Okay, he said, "Let's go." And I was playing like about 10 years, and then yeah, I couldn't be hockey player. My father said like, "Okay, now you gotta work with me." Like he's builder, and I worked with him 3 months, and I said, "No, I can't be like worker. I wanna like do something." And I said, Maybe I should be MMA fighter." Yeah, and I fought my first fight, and then like I started like just for fun, like to say, "Oh, father, I'm doing something," And then I understood like I'm doing good, and yeah, now I'm in UFC, and then now I have a goal to be UFC champion.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so I understand why you speak Armenian and why you speak Russian. How did you get so good at English?
Uh, you know, when I met you in Canada 3 years ago after my fight,
Mhm.
and I couldn't speak English, and I told you like one day, I told you in 2 years I'm gonna give you like interview in English. And if you remember, I have like that video in my phone, in my old phone, and I started learn like English 2 years ago, and if I do something, I wanna know something good. If I'm a fighter, I wanna like to be the best fighter. If I'm learn something, I wanna learn like like everything. That's why I know English, but I know I have to a lot of I must like study a lot, too, and I've been studying like since 2 years, and today I'm study too. I'm not stop.
Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, clearly you pick up things very easily. I mean, it's been a quick rise for you in MMA. You signed with the UFC when you were 22, right?
Yeah, 3 years
And
ago.
and that came about because were you at Tiger Muay Thai? Is that sort of what opened the door, like your relationship with Sayat? And how did you get your foot in the door into the UFC?
Uh, when I didn't have any fights, I went to Thailand, and I heard about Tiger Muay Thai, and I started train there, but I knew like freestyle wrestling, but I didn't know how to box or like strike, and I started to do Muay Thai and learn some new techniques, and I met Sayat, and I did one fight, two fight, and I came like again there, and when I had a like 13 or 12 win streak, he said, "If you win one more or two fights, I'll sign you in UFC." I was like 21 years old or 20 years old, I said, what? I didn't believe that moment, like I can get in UFC one day. And he said, yes, believe me. And he said, you gotta sign with me contract. But I was scared, to sign with him, because I don't know, I didn't believe I can get in UFC. But when and then I fought one more time. I won, and I had a 13 win streak. And he called me like one day. It was morning, congrats, you signed in UFC. I said, what? Like, I was very happy, like it's like happiest day in my life. And yeah, and then he said like it's Islam Makhachev, and he knew like I'm gonna sign. He knows me. For me, doesn't matter who is gonna be my opponent. I'm like confident, and yeah.
Yeah, and that fight was in St. Petersburg. It was in Russia.
Yeah, it was St. Petersburg. It was very difficult fight for me. First of all, my weight was like 87 kilo, 86 kilo, because because I got married that moment. I didn't train enough, but it doesn't matter I train or not. I signed that fight. I gotta be like prepared for that day. And yeah. And before that fight, before 2 weeks that fight, I had a like wedding day.
Wow.
My wedding day was there, and everybody like was happy. Eat something. I just eat like cucumber and tomato. Just and cut weight. Yeah, it was difficult, but doesn't matter. I had a goal. To sign in UFC, and I signed not just forget UFC, or just go to fight, fuck it, what is going on, like I win or lost. I wanted to win that fight, and I got upset when I lost. But my coach said you showed good fight, but I don't want to show good fight. I want to win fight.
Mm-hmm. There are obviously some people who think that Islam is the best lightweight in the world. Even though Charles Oliveira has the belt, there are some who would say that, like, they're picking Islam to beat Charles, if they do fight, and say that Islam is the best lightweight in the world. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like you've already fought the best lightweight in the world?
I don't think so. He's the best lightweight. I know I am the best lightweight, because I'm the youngest, and my skills is better. My boxing, my striking, I didn't have enough experience when I fought with him. I know that for sure. It was my first fight. A lot of pressure. Like everyone told, oh, Islam Makhachev, he already has like a lot of fights in UFC. Why you sign? But I know me. I train very hard, and I improve my skills every day. I'm learning every day. I'm not stop, and I don't stop, and I feel like I'm the best in this division, and I want to show like June in this weekend who I am, and if we fight with Islam Makhachev, I'll show you who is like the best lightweight. And after this fight, if they UFC give me that opportunity to fight with Islam, I'll sign that moment. I'm not gonna think, oh, like he's the best. I gotta like things like fight with someone who is going down. For example, like Poirier, or like or Ferguson, or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to like find like easy fights for me. Mateusz Gamrot, he's good fight for me too.
Yeah,
he's tough opponent, but I know like I can beat him like all 5 rounds. But my goal is stop him, knock him out, and to show like like I'm the different level.
Yeah. And I can see obviously you're at the UFC headquarters. That's where your training has been. You usually train in Russia, though, correct? That is where all of your training camps have taken place so far until this one?
I was twice in American Top Team. I had training camp there, but mostly I train in Russia with my head coach, and I'm used to train in Russia, and I feel good. Eat my mom's, food, like my traditional food, and to be close to my family. I like to be close to my family. They support me. I'm not nervous, but now I had a good training camp in Vegas too. I've been here like since after my fight. I didn't leave to Russia, and I stayed here because I knew like they give me another fight, and yeah, it's now the time to fight, fast, and to be like one of the best and contender.
Mm-hmm. And this might be a tough question because I know this is a sensitive thing, but obviously there's a lot going on in Russia right now. How is that impacting you? Is that tough? Is it having an impact on you? Do you feel like even after this fight that you might not return to Russia just because you don't know what's going to happen with visas and travel issues? Like how is sort of what's happening in the world impacting you and your career?
Oh yes, I'm Russian citizen, but I don't think so. I get problem because I can fly to Russia easy, and there are a lot of tickets, and and I miss my family. That's why after this fight I gotta go, and I have a kid, and I'm waiting for second kid. That's why I gotta be there. But if you say me you're gonna have in 2 months fight, I'll stay here.
Mm.
Yeah, my career is like first for me. It's first, and then like family, and because now that time to be like to make money, and to be champion. After we can rest and relax
You
after
guys,
when. Yeah,
you guys second baby on the way right now?
yeah.
When do you know it's a boy or girl?
Girl. First
Okay.
first one girl and second one girl. I don't know. Yeah, my father told me one day, like I have a brother too, and he said, "You're a sportsman. How you cannot do like one boy for me? He's waiting for like man.
Yeah, yeah. When is she due? When is she coming?
Next month.
Next month. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's tough. Is this tough being away from, how old's your other daughter?
One more time.
How old is your other daughter?
2.5 years old.
Yeah, yeah, I bet that's tough. You haven't seen them for how long?
Yeah, like 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. They understand like why I'm here. I make money for them. They can like live how they want. And they support me. That's why I can stay here 2 years if I need,
Mhm.
and they can understand. And my mom, my father, they we live together. That's why it's easy for me too.
Mhm. Let's talk about Mateusz Gamrot just real quick. What kind of challenges do you think he brings, and how do you see the fight, like with your guys' styles? How do you see this fight going?
Well, we have a like little bit similar style because he likes shoot, do wrestling, a lot of scramble, like. But I'm I'm smarter than him. I should be very smart during the fight. Don't rush, because he likes rush. Like shoot all time. If he can shoot one more time, don't like do some like setups. Like do things. Uh, he likes scramble, but I'm like a little bit different. I gotta find my position, and like to be that to be that position, and I'm gonna like I'm gonna do mix, wrestling, striking. I'm not gonna wait his wrestling, for me doesn't matter his wrestling. I'm gonna do my plan, and I'm not gonna wait when he's gonna shoot me.
Mm-hmm.
But for sure he gonna try like show me like striking, and try shoot like change, stay southpaw and shoot from southpaw. And I watched his all fights. I know how he works. He was not bad, but he has a lot of mistakes. And I work a lot. And this fight, the first of all, I gotta be like very smart. If I'm gonna be smart, don't rush. And take my time, I'll win this fight very easy. Because he's not like me. I'll show that.
I mean, it's very, your confidence is just very obvious. I definitely get the feeling that you believe you could beat Charles Oliveira tomorrow. You could beat Makhachev tomorrow. You could beat any one of these guys tomorrow. Do you feel like you're close to those opportunities? Do you feel like they're going to come? Are you confident that the UFC is going to get behind you and that you are going to get these big fights that you think you can win?
Yeah, for sure. I'm thinking every day about that. I live for that. I think I was born for that. Like to be a UFC champion. And every day I think about like how I'm gonna fight with Islam, how I'm gonna fight with Charles Oliveira. Yes, I know I have a fight with Gamrot now. I focus on Gamrot, but I know I'll beat him and then I'll go up and UFC give me opportunity because I'm the youngest fighter, 25 years old, and I'm in the best division in the world, in UFC. And every fight is tough, but I know I can beat everybody.
Mm-hmm. You've been pretty good so far in your career about having a call out in mind. Do you have a call out in mind for Saturday?
What do you mean? What is it call out?
You always have a name of the next guy you want to fight.
Yeah.
You got one in mind for Saturday after you win?
No, not yet. It's when it depends on how I'm gonna beat Mateusz Gamrot. If I beat like very easy, I'll call one guy. If I beat very hard, I'll call another one. But I respect Mateusz because nobody wants to fight with me. We couldn't find the opponent 2 months. I was waiting 2 months, and he just accept that fight because nobody confident to fight with me. But he is confident and he believes he can beat, but he thinks wrong.
Yeah. Last thing I'll ask you, and you keep mentioning it, and I would probably mention it if I were you too, is that you're young, man. You're 25, and all these other guys, like I think Charles is 31. Like Poirier, Gaethje, they're all 32, 33. Chandler I think is 36. Tony Ferguson is 36, I think as well. I mean, you're in some cases 8 years younger than these guys. Like, what kind of confidence does that give you, and what do you think your career can look like if you're already here at 25?
I have a two choice. Like, for example, I can beat now Gamrot and little bit wait to beat one more guy from top 15, wait some, or beat unranking guys, and wait my moment, because I know I'm gonna be on the top and I'm gonna be a champion one day. Yeah, but I know I can beat these old guys too. This for me that guys, they were good one day, they were good past days, but now they're just they fight with each other. But I think that division needs new blood like me, young guy, who can beat every old guy. And I'll show that this weekend, and then they can understand what's my level.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I really enjoyed speaking to you. We can do it in English, and I appreciate that. I'm very, very impressed with your English, especially since you just started 2 years ago. Can you send me that video? I do want to see that video where you told me that
I'll send you. I have. It was in Canada. It was my second fight in UFC, and I'll send you on WhatsApp, or where? Where do you want?
Yeah. I'll get your number from Danny, and then I'll just
okay. Okay, sounds good. I'll send you. We have an interview, and I had a guy in my corner. He was translating for us.
Okay.
Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you very much for the time, and we will see you Saturday. Best of luck.
See you. Bye.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.